There are two types of people in the world. Those who eat to survive, and those who survive to eat. Which one are you? I made this for you. Don't really know how long you were stranded out there, but it's better to eat than not. You looked pretty exhausted when I found you. Welcome aboard. This fine vessel is the Thousand Sunny. Welcome to the Straw Hat Pirates, friend. What's with that attitude? I didn't ask you if you deserved to eat the meal or not. I said to eat it. Unless you're allergic to something, then tell me. I'll fix something better. Deal? Don't be so stubborn, nor hard on yourself. Look, I don't know what happened in the seas out there, but I know right now you need the nutrition. You better eat, not let it go to waste. That wasn't so hard, was it? So, how's it taste? Glad to know it's to your liking. Eat your fill, okay? I mean that. It's not every day that you get stranded, and by the look in your eyes, I can already tell there's a story. I didn't ask about it. There's a good reason why. I can see the pain in your eyes, and it's not something to pry. If you feel like telling, that's one thing. But don't rush things like that, okay? You're pretty tough, I'll give you that. I'm the chef, by the way. Sanji. That's my name. How about yours? The captain and the crew aren't really here right now. We ended up docking at a nearby town. Restocking and such. You'll have to wait here with me unless you'd prefer to go to the town. Not sure the name. So you know it. You don't look too happy to be here. Don't tell me they got a wanted poster with your face on it, too. Guess we're in the same line of work, in some sort of way. Though I can't say I've heard your name. Definitely haven't seen your poster. You some small-time bandit? Or something special? If it sounds bad for me to be asking that, look in the mirror. I'm just trying to get an idea of what I'm dealing with here. You only seem to be fixated on this. Remind you of something? So it's not that simple then. Not that I expected it to be. With how long you were out there, you were about to give death a kiss on the forehead. And well, let's just say Lady Luck was on your side this time. And I'm glad it was. I'd hate to see you end up eating a meal of mine and not being able to savor the next. Food, to me, is something very personal. And the fact that you like it makes me happy. If I didn't create delicious meals, and I couldn't, I don't think I'd be myself. Being a chef often gets overlooked, but you like food too. Do you cook? Only a little, huh? Maybe I'll teach you a few techniques or something. No promises, but if I feel like it. Okay? It'll be something to do. At worst, you could be my assistant. And at best, maybe a permanent resident of the Straw Hat Pirates. Depends on how you feel about that, and of course what the crew says. Either way, I wouldn't get your hopes up. Not yet. Not because of that, but because, well, it takes a lot to be part of pirates. Wanted poster or not. You've got a lot to live up to, and even more to deal with. I can't say adding a lot more to that is a good idea. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. Your eyes tell me that you're wandering. That you didn't expect to be saved. That you're not sure what to do now. I get that. Don't worry. It's not my place to say, of course, but you're very easy on the eyes, and I can't give anything more than that. That I think that if you don't have a place you belong, it's okay if you stay here. You don't have to be something special. Everyone is, right? But by that logic, isn't no one at all? I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess I was rambling because I realized. Here, change of clothes. I'll leave for a moment. It's better than what you're wearing. No offense, but there's not enough left of it. Hopefully it fits you all right. Not bad. Then can I take that as you being a little more comfortable? I'm glad. For what it's worth, I did genuinely think when I saved you. It was ironic. I thought it was a barrel full of mead, and it was a barrel full of you. Well, that's one hell of a story, if nothing else. Probably more of a story if you ended up finding work because of it. Finding your place in the world isn't easy. Definitely wasn't for me. And I'll tell you what. The world is unforgiving. You got me? And someone like you, it'll chew you up and spit you out. You mentioned before you got involved with something without meaning to. Care to elaborate or just... I guess it's part of how you ended up here, huh? A great escape. You must have gotten in big if you've got a bounty on your head. And I don't mean that in the good or grandiose way. You pissed someone off, didn't you? I can't say that I haven't pissed off plenty of people. It's not like I'm not walking on eggshells. But even still, I've got my knife, got my friends, and I've got someone who appreciates my cooking. That's good enough for me right now. Don't look at me like that. You'll, have to forgive me. I'm not the best with strangers. It's hit or miss. I have terrible luck with, good-looking strangers such as yourself, so pardon me for having a mixed bag of emotions and not knowing what to say when and mildly panicking. No, nothing like that. I've never thought of it that way, but thanks anyways. Did you get enough meal? Here, something to wash it down. Well, may not be much, but welcome. I know I already welcomed you, but this isn't exactly my strong suit. Since I'm keeping guard and taking care of logistics, is there anything you'd like to help with? Since I did rescue you, you might as well help me move these to the back, right? It's for your own good, so you don't feel guilty. Hey, watch out. That was a close one. You can't just lift them all up at once. Are you crazy or something? Suit yourself, if you think you can. Don't like cigarettes, huh? Me either. I hate them. But that's what addiction will do to you. As much as people like to put their foot down about things, I guess it never was something I could give up. My one Achilles heel. Looks like your Achilles heel is hand-eye coordination. So you can't carry those boxes for shit. Damn. Maybe it's just, you're still dizzy from floating around, haven't gotten your sea legs yet. Hard to get them in a barrel, right? Well, if nothing else, I think you managed somehow. So I'll give you props for effort. As a reward, how about I show you something nice? Up here. Watch your step. See that? I know you might have seen it for a while, floating around in that barrel, but up here, on the deck, you can really see the sunset. It's beautiful, isn't it? When you're up above the sea level, feels like you could fall down forever into the water, right? No offense, just it's rough out there. Devil fruit. Well, then it's more scary. Can't even tell what it'd be like to sink down there like a rock. I already have enough fears of the ocean. Don't need more. I bet you do. So, have you decided? You want to stay here with me? Wait for the crew, or maybe you want to go into town or something? Well, I can't leave the ship right now. Maybe when they get back. But if you want to stay with me, I'll put in a good word for you with the captain. I'm pretty sure he'd let you in, based on the fact that you have a nice smile. If you're useful too, then that's always a benefit. Maybe you've got something to show? Didn't think so. But that remains to be seen. Things that can't be shown are usually the most valuable, you know? Not everything has to be put in your face for it to have value or worth. And I personally think I'm glad I saved you. Not just because of your looks. As superficial as I can be, and as easy as it is for me to get lost in, well, my shitty luck in romance, I have to admit, it's a chip on my shoulder that I never thought I'd get. Saving another life. You think it would get old after a few dozen times. But no. Every time it just feels more right. Like it's serving a banquet to someone you really care about. That's what it feels like. I'm kind of grateful for that. It's not every day that you get to. And it's something that marks a day where life can be monotonous. And it still has meaning. Sorry, just rambling. Hopefully I don't seem like too much of an old man. I'm not. Despite the beard. But look. I'm glad we met. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't often talk as much as this. Every now and then I beef with people, and playful quarrels are one thing, but with you it feels like you're a good listener. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's been nice not being alone. Every once in a while we have to take turns who's watching the ship. It's not like I'm being bullied or something. So get that notion out of your mind. I was just organizing the food. Thus is the way of the chef. See, we've got some pretty exotic ingredients. Part of what I prepared for you was part of those ingredients. Call it a practice round. Don't think anything of it. I mean, really, it was awesome that it turned out. Who would appreciate a meal more? Satiated people who ate yesterday? Or someone who hadn't eaten for A while, a week, a month, who knows how long. Either way, I'm glad I got to you before you had your last meal. Wouldn't want that to happen too soon. Sure, maybe we all have that someday. But you don't need to think about that when you're recovering. I know I wouldn't. So, got a favorite food? Nah. Not a bad choice. Mine. You really want to know? Spicy seafood pasta. Really get me anything that complements black tea. There's plenty of things that I could eat and complement, and my tastes, they evolve over time. Just as everybody does. As I become a better chef, I understand more and more about the nuance of flavor, the joy it can bring, and the difference between a meal made with love and passion and a meal made with nothing but cold, heartless duty. I know. You get it, don't you? It's wonderful that I've met such a connoisseur. I didn't expect it, if I'm honest. To meet the stranger in a barrel who has good taste. That recipe. If you think you can, maybe you can try cooking that up for the crew for dinner. I won't tell them that anyone else made it. If it's convincing enough, you might land a job that quick. We can share the duties as chef and assistant. I'll teach you what I know. No shit. You remember working in the kitchen of another? What pirate group was it? Shit, the Navy? I can't imagine they eat very good. But I'll trust you. If you've got something to show, then show it to me, okay? In due time. Can't be getting ahead of ourselves. And besides, you just ate. Nobody cooks as well when their stomach's full. That's a universal truth. That's why I like to stay hungry, even after I've eaten. You know what I mean. I think you always have to be hungry to improve, don't you? That's a nice look for you. I like it a lot, actually. Well, yeah, in that way too. No, Okay, I'll admit it. Will you go out with me? No shot. It actually worked? Wait. There's no way you just said yes, right? Hold that thought. There's no way it's that easy. A hottie like you. This is shocking. Hold that thought. I said that already, didn't I? I don't know what to say. What do people normally do when this works out? Damn. Never thought it would work out like this, where I was speechless. Or maybe I just didn't want to admit it. That I was never prepared for someone saying yes. I've done this more than a few times. I'm not gonna hide it. Just everyone rejected me. Since you didn't reject me, is there anything you'd like to do to celebrate the beginning of our budding romance? I swear I'll be the man of your dreams. I swear it. You kissed me. Out of nowhere. No mental preparation or anything. You're wild for that. No, I just need a moment. Wow.